Right, let's get going. Welcome, everybody. My name is Mike Hamilton from Trade the Easy Way, and we're just going to do a quick market review, starting with the dollar. So, no surprise, this dollar is coming off, and the US indices are steaming ahead at the moment. So, you can see all the support down here. If we can come down to this low, then that gives the markets more chance to keep picking up at this level. And if we break that, then that spells a lot of problems. So the market at the moment seems to believe that the interest rate rise cycle is at the very least going to be paused. That is borne out by what we're seeing in the bond market. In the meantime, there are still a lot of issues around this market, most importantly to do with the flow of credit and a tighter credit market and tighter money supply. So in the meantime, let's have a look at the S&Ps. So great week last week. Key to this market is the fact that the previous week held up. What I mean is, if we look at last Monday's bar, well, this is the range for Friday the 24th. So we came into last week holding this level on a Tuesday and turn around Tuesday. So we pulled back into that Friday range, and we are still climbing higher as we speak. So all my main resistance is up there at 41.60 on the S&Ps. And if you look at the Dow, so I think my PC needs a restart. It's I hope it's okay because it's very slow. There we go. Yeah, so S&Ps come out of the gates screaming today, and here we are up at 35.5. Just a little bit concerned about the level of resistance, the volume here, the RSI. We've had a good run here on the back of this push from 31.5. So we're a couple of thousand pips up from those lows. A decent pullback would be 32.780, but in the meantime, don't short this market at the moment. Keep buying pullbacks. There's the 20-day average. So we're getting a little bit far away from that. So any pullbacks into that big Friday move at 33,000 is still viable. However, at the moment, we are getting shallow pullbacks. So no reason to short the markets at the moment. I did try and short the FTSE last week, but quickly got out when I realized this market was not going to give way. Yeah, apologies for the delay. My PC is very slow on FTSE. There we go. Right, so we've hit the 22 highs. At the moment, rejected them. So if we pull back to 7,600 and get bid, then we can maybe push through this. If we just can't get through this and start closing lower, then we need to get back on the short side. Okay, so we saw a decent drop into the 50% 7,200. Currently just underneath the 7,700. Path of least resistance. Well, we've had two huge weeks, so at this stage, I would assume that we can push through that. If we do push through that, then 7,700 is support, and that's buyable, and we could go back to 8,000. So this is a difficult spot, but on the path of least resistance is up, so sit tight. So let's start looking across. Have a quick look at the pound. We don't normally do Forex. Have a quick look at the pound. Maybe I should have started my PC because it's really struggling here. Right. So ever since we had this drop in early March, we've gone back to 23 resistance. Data, let's have a look at the data. Before I go on, let me just double check what data we got. Right. Are the charts, are you saying that because the charts are sticking on Zoom? I did have a problem, right. Right, I'm just going through the data now. What data we got? Aussie rates tomorrow or overnight. It was a short week for Europe, but we've actually got US jobs on Friday. US is not around. You had trouble logging in, right? Okay. I did have trouble. I did have trouble with Zoom today. Okay, so very quickly, at the moment, with US jobs on Friday, the markets are still very bullish, very frustrated with the gold because this was doing nothing last week and it's just absolutely popped today. There's the pullback that I was looking for last week, and we got in the Euro session today. I'm just going to sit gold out in terms of intraday trading, but if we get a deeper pullback to 1920, 1940, I would buy. I'm going to have to leave the gold. Right, let's look at wheat. Get an update on my favorite chart, wheat. I think wheat is all right. If we close underneath $6.50, then we've had it. But I think you can see it sitting on the 20-day average here. We had a retest of 725 a couple of days back. Volumes are picking up, so I'm happy with the wheat as long as we can start to break out of here. As long as we can get above, we need to get above $7.5, $8, which I believe it can do, but the jury's out. Okay, so wheat is up till now, it's my favorite chart of 2023 because I think we're in a commodity super cycle. So I'm still buying the wheat lows. I like the volumes. I think the volume alone is telling me that the potential for wheat is good. We're coming up on increasing volumes. Let's hope that is all right. Looking across the charts now, oil is frustrating as well. Huge gap up. I think I'm going to have to cut this short because my everything is so slow here. Might just end up doing another video. So we've gapped up from 75.5. we are top of the range now. Or yeah, this question is that oil going to close the gap? At some stage it will. At some stage we will likely see 75. Question is, I don't know if it's going to be this week, next week, or whenever, but it could be in a situation like this. You only pull back to 77. That will be close to a 50% pullback. So it could be that that is 77 is the price to look at oil. I will be guided by what happens at 3:30 on UK time on Wednesday, or anyway, I'll be guided by the events on Wednesday on that. But obviously now we've leapt up. It's incredibly bullish, so a potential 50% or 100% gap fill is viable. Right, let's quick look at some stocks, and then because I'm going to have to close up because this is just so slow. Right, let's go through the miners. We'll look at US and UK. Let's kick off with Pan-African. I've been following Pan-African in London for quite a while. So we've just, you can see 17 is a problem. If we see 15 again, I think that's viable. I think the chart, we're only 16.3, so I think it's a decent chance we can come and see 15. Anything lower is potentially a nice place to get in. So if we may not go down there, but it's a good place to get into it. I'm looking for this to get through 20 this year and to go and find 25. So I'm looking for a move from the minus 127 up to the plus 127 at 25, and any dips down here, obviously 15 is not that far away, so I would have thought we'd see 15. Right, let's look at your TGAT. So we've had a decent move off of 775. Are you in this yet, Andy? The volume is getting better. I would have thought we'd see 8 to 8.30 on this before this gets going, assuming it is going to get going. So we had decent volume before this dropped into about 770, 775. You are. Well, I hope you got a good price. Like I said, volume is good. We're above the 20-day average. So if we dip to 850, 860, that might be a good place to get in. But it looks as if it's building from here. At the moment, it looks as if it's building. If it closes above the 10 mark, then that could go and rise back to 14, 15. Hochschild. So you can see the volume building up here. So ever since we had a decent buy signal down here at late Feb, this has been a pretty decent run. I wouldn't chase it. Any pullback to 72 is viable. A lot of resistance up here. I definitely wouldn't be buying up here. If you're not in this, something like Hochschild, then back off. In the meantime, a couple of US is a small gold miner, HL, Heckler, I think it's Heckler, isn't it? That's been on a decent run. that's hit resistance as well. So it seems to be a common theme on these stocks. I think this chart, my charts are so slow. I think I have to leave it there. So a quick look at Rio. So let me see. Yeah, so we looked good at this level. I was hoping we would dip back into 50. We've not. It's struggling up here. It may not dip, but if it gets to 52, I think that's viable. We're 54 now, but if this looks to me as if it's building up. If we could close above 57 here, I think that could go to 65 on Rio. And FXPO. Yeah, I do like this one. I am in this. I need the volume to perk up, but I think this FXPO has got legs, and I'm looking for this to get back to £2. In the meantime, without flicking through the charts, I'm just going to look at the US ones. Yeah, things like FCX. Okay, I have to put it on. The copper miner FCX is good. Any pullback to 38.85 is viable. So overall, CCJ, these markets are good. CCJ is a good at 25, 25.20. See if we can get back through the 30 mark. So I'm going to leave it there. I'll do a fuller video tomorrow. These charts are so slow. It might be my computer needs a restart, but it's been a long time since my charts have been this slow. They're really just grinding and driving me nuts at the moment. Let's have a quick look at where the market is with just 2 hours 40 till the close. Yeah, we are getting bought at the moment and still looking like we could push into the close. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to give up on this PC of mine, and I'll do a better update. I'll do a quick update tomorrow and push that out. But in the meantime, these markets are bullish. They're good, they're holding up. A great run last week. Decent move into the open today with US jobs on Friday. All right. Thanks, guys. See you soon. And I'm still in PSC. All right. Do you want to have a quick look at PSC before I go? Last one. Vodafone is flat. PSC did dip last week, not much. So I got into this at 49, was 79. At the moment, it looks as if that is not able to drop lower. But any attempt to get close to the 50 is, I don't think you'll see 50. Could be wrong. 63 is a major pivot support. Yeah, like once these things move, they're tough. Are they just going to go back to the highs and break? Are they going to do a full retracement to 50? I think my best guess is you might see 63. Yeah, I saw that. It's a 13 billion euro contract they're sharing with one other company. Yeah, brilliant. All right, well, thanks to the company, guys. I'm going to leave it there. and sort my charts out, and I'll give you a little short video tomorrow. Thanks a lot. See you soon.